So you and Baron and Garen, they grab some axes. You guys go over and they're like, how the what do you, I guess you just chop these things off? And you see Garen, the smaller guy there, the runt looking guy, he kind of starts whacking at a limb, and it just starts putting big old gouges in the tree limb as he's like keeps missing cutting the limb off. And
Man.
you hear some chuckling from some of the older guys that are in the line.
I don't know how to do that kind of work myself. So, tired of playing with these axes already. I just want to kill this guy and get out of here. Well,
After you're watching you guys for about 10 minutes or so, that older guy comes over and goes, man, you guys must be some city slickers or something. And he just starts chuckling. And he goes, see, you just put the axe next to the limbs here and just kind of cut like this. Don't need to be making big old swings like that, fool. Just like this. And he just kind of just makes it look so easy. Just do this.
all right. I'll start trying to do it myself.
All right. It takes you a few more minutes, and he keeps guiding you, and you finally get you guys in line on how to do it. Good man.
Let's go.
I sure hope you guys know what you're in for. Logging some hard work.
We're just here to earn a little money and be on our way.
Gotcha. Well, alright. Go ahead and go get you some stew here before it gets too cold. And we'll put you in that far tent down there. It's the one closest to the woods and the creek over there.
Alright. So he'll go grab a stew. And he'll serve himself some stew. And I kind of want to look around and see if I can spot that guy anywhere. Big old guy with those two bodyguards.
Alright, you kind of go grab some stew, and you kind of find a nearby log to sit on with your boys, and you're kind of scanning the crowd, looking around, see if you can find this guy. And down towards the tent where you're going to be sleeping, and outside you see a log out there, and you see a guy with two other guys standing next to him while he's sitting down, and you see him talking with another younger guy, and it looks like he's outfitted in some darker leathers. Looks like he might be the one. You look around and you see another group of probably about half a dozen real big buffed guys. Looks like they're playing throw the hatchet, and they got like a little stump turned sideways as they're throwing hand axes at it.
Alright. I'm gonna approach the guy that looks like it's most likely him.
Alright, you start heading that way. He kind of looks up, and you see him mentioning, okay, we'll talk more tomorrow. Good company. And give me a perception check, actually. Oh, damn.
Nice.
Alright, you see that guy, he kind of turns to the side and kind of cuffs his hand over the other hand, and you catch that he's throwing some sign at the guy on the right hand side, and you see that guy, he's like, and you see him start walking down towards the creek. He grabs a bucket nearby, walks down to the creek like he's gonna go get some water. He says, "Hey, what's up?
All right.
Look like you guys are new here." He kind of looks you up and down, and with your studded leather on, and your two lackeys there with some leather, with some daggers. You guys don't look
Yeah.
like the logging sort.
Oh, we need some money. Need to make up some money to finance a trip we plan on taking.
Oh, really? And what kind of skills you guys got? Clearly you're not loggers.
Oh, I practice with my sword a bit.
Gotcha.
These are just some childhood friends of mine.
I have a funny feeling you're not here looking for the type of work I think you're looking for.
And what is it that you think I'm looking for?
I don't know. You look like you're kind of wrong, hang out with the wrong crowd. Look like
Well-
you guys are just a bunch of troublemakers.
Oh,
And
well,
out of the corner
you're
of
one to
your
judge, aren't you?
Hey, I'm making a decent living up here logging. And out of the corner of your eye, you look off down towards the river, and you see ducked down on his knees next to like an old gnarly tree. You see that guy that went looking for water? He's got a crossbow, and he's aimed in your direction. He's kind of hiding behind some bushes.
All right, I'm gonna kind of. Is he like watching me through a window?
No, he's just right next to a tree with some bushes.
Oh, okay.
He's probably about 80 feet away.
Is there anywhere I could step to put something between us?
It's pretty clear open from between you and the guy you're talking to.
All right, I'll look over at the guy with the crossbow, and I'm just gonna smile when I look at this guy. Here, I'll give my deception check. Doesn't look like a very polite smile, I guess. And I just tell him, "You look like rather the paranoid type."
One can never be too careful. Especially when you clearly see city slickers up here in a logging camp where they clearly have no idea what they're doing.
Is this really a logging camp?
Yeah,
It kind of makes me wonder now.
of course it's a logging camp.
Son of a... How are we gonna do this?
Yeah, anyhow, yeah, we'll see how good of a logger you are come tomorrow. Better be careful.
Alright.
You never know when one of those big trees is gonna land on top of you.
This guy's gotta die tonight. I'm telling very well. We'll see tomorrow.
Have a good night. Alright. So what are you guys doing now? And you see it's getting pretty dark now. You see he gathers up a few things, an axe and a couple things, and goes in the tent along with that other guy. You see that guy that had the crossbow, he's not there anymore.
Okay. So this guy went in the tent?
Mm-hmm.
Who's around the tent?
Actually, him and one of his little brutes are in the tent right now, and there's a bunch of different loggers, couple with some lanterns going up and down. the path outside it.
Okay.
But there's no one right outside his tent. And that tent so happens to be right next to your tent.
Nice. Imagine that. I'm gonna set up some dummies, some lumps under the blanket to make it look like I'm in there sleeping.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to try to slash the bottom of the tent, not straight up and down, but sideways along the bottom of the tent, like a little gash that I could fit under.
Okay.
But it won't be too easy to spot. And I'm going to what's out that way?
Out the backside of your tent, it's actually it
Yeah.
looks out over towards the river. That's about 40 feet away.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna move out that way as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
With an 18.
All right.
And I'm moving out towards the river. Does this area here seem to get a lot of traffic?
No, it looks like this is the far edge of the logging camp. There's not a lot of traffic. Most of the traffic is further in towards the woods where the big tent is. Looks like there's a lot of ground here that's been kind of flattened where they roll the logs down into the river in this general area.
Okay. Is there like a big boulder or something out there?
There's some pretty good logs.
All right.
The area is kind of devoid from any boulders in that to prevent the rolling of the logs hitting into the river.
Oh, okay.
Even a lot of the bushes are kind of squashed down flat.
So this would be a bad area to try to hide and watch my tent.
Yep.
So this open area faces the back of his tent as well?
That it does.
Okay. I want to move off somewhere where I could kind of hide, where I could kind of remain hidden while keeping an eye on his tent and mine.
Alright, on the opposite side of the camp, there's a big stack of logs, which overlooks all the tents and whatnot, if you wanted to go over that direction. Or
Alright, that
far
sounds good.
to the east is where the woods are, on the back side of the big tent.
Okay. Yeah, the higher the better. If I could find a tree to climb in and watch his tent, I'll do it.
Alright, yeah, you have a hard time finding any actual trees that haven't been felled, especially anywhere, unless you go out into the woods. It looks like the woods have been cleared back probably about 200 yards from the tent. So the only thing for elevation you have nearby is that stack of felled trees on the other side of the camp. They're stacked up about 12 feet high.
Okay. Do I have any idea where that guy that had the crossbow is?
You haven't seen him.
Okay. Somewhere watching me, I think. Okay, so the game is to try to make, if he's watching me, to try to get him to move somewhere else to try to get him to give up his vantage point and maybe his location. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to kind of look around nonchalantly. Do I see any places that would be good for someone to, like, hide? There's all kinds of places, huh? That's a stupid question.
Yep.
What? I'm just gonna. Now I'm being paranoid. Well, this is gonna look weird. All right. Have I pretty much been openly walking now?
At this point, yeah.
I used stealth when I came out of my tent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know what to do. I need to get back in my tent, but I don't want to get back in my tent. I'm gonna go find a place to nap.
Nap. Where, on the logs or out in the woods?
Not in my-
Or...
Yeah, out in the woods. I'm just gonna go lay down my cloak in a little clear spot and lay down and shut my eyes a while.
Alright. Now, are you taking your lackeys with you, or are you letting them sleep in the tent?
I want to let them sleep in the tent.
Okay. Alright. So you head out into the woods to go find a place to take a nap. And you go in the woods probably about 50 yards or so, and you see a tree that's kind of leaning up against another one. You know, some big ferns nearby. Looks like a probably good area to nap in.
Sounds good. I'm gonna turn and kind of look out behind me, see if I could possibly spot anything, see if I was maybe followed.
Okay. Look around, don't see, doesn't look like anyone's followed you.
Okay. I'm gonna go lay down my cloak and sit cross-legged upon it. Oh no, I'm gonna lay down. I keep thinking I'm an elf. I'm gonna lay down and take a short rest.
Okay. Alright, so you lay down, take a short rest. So you're gonna expend any hit dice?
Yes. I thought I had that stuff. Didn't see it on my character sheet.
On the very bottom of the main sheet, underneath hit points, you got that little D10.
Okay. And it's plus Constitution, so I heal 6 points.
Yeah, it automatically, so you're at 6 hit points now.
Nice. Alright.
So an hour goes by, you hear the crickets, you hear the river, sounds of the river nearby,
Okay.
and it seems like the bugs are biting the shit out of you over here where you're at.
Alright, it's time for me to start moving back to the camp.
Alright. And it's really dark now.
Okay. I don't want to pass through camp. Though. When I get there, I want to stay on the outside of it and maneuver back around to the back of the tents.
Alright. So I need for you to give me a nature check. And what kind of vision do you have? Normal vision?
Yeah, I don't think the changelings have any.
Okay. And
Special.
you're going to be at disadvantage.
I didn't
since
see
you're
anything on it.
walking around in the dark.
Okay.
Actually, I guess they
How do
should-
I roll
that-
disadvantage?
Actually, that'll probably be survival, not that. For disadvantage, if you look in the bottom left corner where it says modifier, there's also a little button that says DIS and one that says ADV.
Nice.
So you start heading back towards town the way you came, and
Alright.
passing by, and like, damn, I think camp was this way, and you travel
Thank
about
God,
5 minutes or so, and you're still in the woods.
Nice. Alright. I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm gonna look at the sky. Do I see any stars that should tell me which way is north?
You see a bunch of stars up there. Give me a wisdom check. Let's see if you know which one is like a North Star.
Nope.
Yeah, you've never really paid attention to the stars in the sky, so you're like, damn.
I'm doomed. Alright. Next urban solution, climb a tree. I'm gonna climb a tree. Could I climb a tree? Is there a tree?
Yeah, you're in the woods, so you can climb a tree.
Okay. I'm gonna climb a tree and see if I can spot a fire.
Alright, you climb up a tree. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Alright. You see far off in the distance, to the south, looks like maybe a lantern or a fairly bright torch.
I mutter to myself, holy shit, how far have I come? And I'm gonna climb back down the tree.
Alright. So you climb back down the tree, and once again you're shrouded in the darkness.
And I'm gonna go in that direction, that fire.
Alright. Go ahead and give me another survival check at disadvantage.
Holy crap.
So you go for a couple more minutes, and you still don't see any sign of this torchlight or lantern you were trying to walk towards. It's dark as hell. You've bumped into a few trees. You've been hearing some howling. Of course, occasional owl
Right.
hooting.
I'm gonna climb into another tree.
And you do hear the sounds of the river off to the west.
Oh, we were near a river.
Yep.
I'm gonna follow the river. Follow the sounds of the river.
Alright. Go ahead and give me yet another survival check at disadvantage. Okay. So anyhow, you start heading towards the sounds of the moving water, and you go a couple of minutes. You feel a cool breeze starting to kick in. You hear the wind rustling through the trees. The normal crickets and the owl hooting have stopped. It goes silent.
What the hell?
And you look off towards one direction, and you see a pair of yellow eyes kind of blink, and then they're gone.
Great. Drawing my bastard sword. I'm keeping my eyes in that general direction and focusing my hearing as best as I can. Trying to breathe softly so I don't make any extra sound. I'll just back up a little bit, kind of feeling behind me with my free hand, hoping to find a tree.
Alright, so you're kind of backing up, trying to feel for a tree. Finally, you bump up against something solid behind you, and you hear some occasional movement through some of the brush on your right hand side as you're looking towards where those eyes were.
I turned to look what I bumped at. What I bumped into?
Alright, you turn and kind of look and kind of make out a real dark shape. Looks like a pretty good sized tree.
Alright, I'm gonna start climbing.
Alright, so you climb up the tree. And you look down and you see a couple pairs of eyes looking up towards you. And then they blink, then you hear some more movement through some brush.
Okay.
And once again you hear no sound except for that river moving.
What the hell? I think I'll rest in the tree.
Alright. So you're resting in there. Probably about another half hour goes by. And then you hear some howling coming from not too far from you. Ahead of you.
Shit. How far is the river?
The river doesn't sound like it's too much further away.
I'm gonna haul balls for the river. I'm gonna get out of the tree.
Okay. So you're gonna jump out of the tree and you're gonna run like hell towards the sound of the river?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down carefully. I don't want to bend my ankle.
Alright. And then you're gonna run? Okay. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
I didn't think about it being dark. Shit.
Alright, so you start running, and anyhow you trip over some roots and slam face first into some mud. And you look up, swearing and whatnot, and you see the glint up ahead, like maybe some moonlight on the river.
Alright, I'm gonna whip out my sword with another curse and head off at a run for the river.
Alright. So you run off again.
Limping a little.
Alright. And with that, go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
What is it?
Perception at disadvantage. Okay. Alright, so finally you make it to the river, and you find yourself there on the bank. You hear some howling further deep into the woods that you just left.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna jam into the stream a little bit.
Okay.
And damn, I got no idea which way I came from. The fire I seen, which way did, I don't even know which way the river runs. But I'm gonna. Wow. I'm gonna climb a tree. Is there a nearby tree?
If you go back towards the woods,
Gonna. Which way is the stream going?
you're not certain.
I'm not sure. I'm not certain which way it's flowing. Like,
Oh, it's
I want to walk against it.
it's flowing to your left.
Okay. I want to walk against the water. Yeah. I think the firelight was further ahead of me if I didn't get turned around.
All right, so you're gonna
So
walk right.
I'm gonna follow the water ahead.
So you're gonna turn right and follow the
Yeah.
river.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're tromping along there. You go for about 10 minutes, and then you hear the snarl coming from over towards the woods on your right-hand side.
Oh shit. I was hoping the water would keep them away. Maybe they wouldn't be able to track me. Found me anyway. I'm whipping out my sword.
All right. You whip out your sword, and
Yeah.
you peer out in probably about maybe 30 yards from you, up towards the edge of the woods. You make out the silhouette of 3 maybe humanoid type creatures.
Ah, damn.
What type of languages do you have?
You know what? I think I forgot to do my languages. I was gonna get human, elven, and I don't know, a good one to have. Might be more urban. I guess human, elven, and dwarven.
Okay. All right, you hear some guttural language coming from ahead of you,
Okay.
and a couple seconds go by
Great.
after you've drawn your sword, and you're kind of looking and squinting in that direction, trying to figure out what in the hell you're looking at. You hear thing, and then all of a sudden, some mud and water kind of splashes up right next to your feet, off to the right hand side.
Whoa! They shot at me. All right. I'm gonna sprint off to my left. I want to get behind something.
All right, so to your left, you can go
Grab me
further
some
down the
concealment.
river. You can try and sprint off towards the woods. You can swim deeper into the water. There is a boulder that kind of jets out from the river off to your left. It's about 10 yards down the river a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna swim for that boulder.
Okay, you can run to it. You don't have to swim to it.
Alright, I'll run to the boulder. Duck behind there.
Okay, at this point, go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright. I'm gonna, Damn it. I'm gonna let my dog in. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna go potty real quick too.
Alright, see.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Me too. Just got back. All right, Mr. G.
Okay. So you're running off to duck behind that boulder. And anyhow.
Yes. I have to have them come to me if I'm going to fight them.
Yeah. Alright, so you run over there, duck behind the boulder. You hear a couple more twangs and
Yeah.
hear some stuff splashing into the water as you're running. But you finally make it there.
All right. I'm going to duck back there and draw my bastard sword.
Alright. And you hear some more of the guttural language. Sounds like there's a couple of them. Looks like they're trying to possibly flank you.
All right. Can I get a look at one? Can I kind of peek out a little bit? Try to get a look at one?
Yeah, you can try and do it. I'll give you another chance at perception at disadvantage since you're in the dark. Oh, damn.
Nice.
Okay. You look out around the corner of them, and you get a real good glimpse of one as the moonlight kind of cascades off the river. It's one that's following the shoreline, and you see he's got some pretty good fangs coming up from his lower jaw. He's stands probably about 6'2", pretty well built, carrying a crude looking bow, dark skin.
Okay. Are there any shorter ones?
You know, there's a couple figures you can kind of glance up towards the woods, but you can't really pinpoint where they're at. It's really dark in that direction.
Okay. So I can't change my shape to look like an orc right now. All right. Or whatever they are. All right, I'll just wait for him to get closer.
All right. And this one, you see he's got his arrow notched as he's walking, trying to track you down, and he's getting real close as he kind of starts stepping out towards the water as he's trying to flank around the boulder where you're at, and
All right.
he finally does to where you can see him.
I'm gonna roll. Oh, I was gonna attempt to roll on athletics to kind of throw myself up over the boulder, kind of slide over the top and take a slash at him.
Okay. You can go ahead and do that.
Let me see if I can do that.
You won't even have to roll for that athletics. You can do that. It's not that big of a boulder.
Right on. $16.
Alright. As you slide over and dash out to meet him, and you do hit him. And he
8
cries
damage.
out in fury, and he says a couple syllables in that guttural language, snarls at you, and he drops his bow, and one fluid action, he takes a hand axe he's carrying and does a backhand swipe at you with it.
Holy crap. It works.
And that's a miss. And you hear
Nice.
some more of that guttural
All right.
language coming from up towards the woods, and you hear some footsteps running up towards where you guys are at from the woods area.
All right. I gotta I gotta try to take this full out quick. But I gotta be defensive too. I'm gonna pull off my shield, and I'm gonna drop into a crouch and swing my bastard sword out in a slash in front of me, kind of down low.
Okay.
$13.
It's a hit. All right.
9 damage.
All right. You land a hit on him, and he falls with his back towards the river, and you hear a loud splash as he hits the water. And you feel a warm sensation around your ankles from the blood. And
Good stuff.
And about that time, you hear something right behind you running up next to you. As you see one with a big old axe come whirling up right behind you.
All right, we're kind of in the water.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
barely in the water. He was up to about his knees area, and you're about your ankles.
When I hear him running up in front of me, I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I'm going to try it. When I hear him running up behind me, I'm going to throw myself into a backwards tumble. Hopefully into his feet.
Okay, well, it's his turn at the moment, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
and
Sorry
he
about
hits
that.
you with the axe.
Nice.
And you take 4 points of damage as his axe bites into your back area. And you hear something kind of whiz over your head, and you see a large like arrow or a javelin or something hit the water out towards the river. Okay, so it's your turn.
All right. Well, I want to try to maneuver around my opponent. I don't want to move far enough away to give him an attack of opportunity, but I want to kind of maneuver around him, kind of move in a circle to try to put his allies between him and me, or to put him between me and his allies. And I'm going to take another swing.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
8 more points of damage.
Alright. He grunts out in pain and snarls something out at you as he tries to return the favor with a low backhand swing with his axe.
All right.
Ooh. That's gonna hit.
That's not good.
For 3 points of damage.
Ooh, this is 7 so far, and there's more of these bastards.
Yep. Okay,
I got no choice but to take another swing.
And then the other one, he's gonna try to launch a javelin out.
Oh yeah, I'm on.
And it misses as it hits the mud off to your left.
All right,
So it's your turn.
I'm gonna thrust it out one more time at this guy.
Alright, that hits as you get this
Whoops.
guy.
Nice, 16 damage.
Alright, he falls.
And I'm
into
gonna
the
dive
water.
over my. I'm gonna dive back over my rock.
Alright, you dive over the rock.
I gotta get the hell out of here. I'm gonna dive over the rock and duck beneath the water.
Alright. dive over the rock and dive into the water. And about that time, you feel something hit into one of the backs of your legs as you're trying to swim away.
Shit. Alright.
And you take 3 more points of damage.
Whew. I think I got a hit point left.
Yep. And you feel the warm sensation and the stinging, and the river starts carrying you down the river at a pretty good pace.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna swim with the flow.
Alright. So you're gonna swim with the flow. Are you gonna stay in the center, or?
Yeah.
Alright. You look off to the distance there, and you see a couple more these dark-skinned figures on the other side of the river, running along the shore, trying to catch up with you.
Right.
And they occasionally will launch an arrow at you, and they miss. After a couple minutes, they give up the chase.
I'm gonna take it. Oh, good. I was gonna say I'm gonna take a deep breath and go underwater.
Alright.
Alright.
Anyhow,
I'm so fucking lost.
so are you gonna stay in the river, or are you trying to swim to shore, or?
I'm gonna try to swim to shore. I need to rest again.
Okay.
They might be looking for me now, though. I think I still need to move.
Alright.
I'm gonna rest for a little bit.
So you start swimming to shore, and off in the distance, you see a dark silhouette that looks like it spans across the river.
A dark silhouette that seems like it's
That spans
of a person?
across.
What'd you say?
You see a dark silhouette that looks like it spans across the river up ahead.
Okay. What's the silhouette look like? Like a person, or?
It's long. It's bigger than a person. The river itself is probably a couple hundred yards across, and it's
Wow.
spans the entire length.
So it sounds like a statue? I'm gonna go look. It's giant. He's gonna smash me with his club.
So anyhow, you swim to shore, and so you start headed down that way. As you get closer, you see a torchlight coming from your side of the that's shadow there. And as you get closer,
All right. I'm gonna duck behind a tree.
Okay. So you duck behind a tree.
I want to get a look at. I want to get a look at the man behind the torch.
Okay. And you feel another stinging sensation coming from the javelin that's sticking out of your leg.
Oh wow, that's never good. I'm carrying your love with me.
And,
I'm gonna pull the javelin out.
Alright, so you pull it out. Alright.
Yeah.
And you look further down, and you see it's a human type creature. It looks like you can make out more now that you're studying it and you're not in the water, although it's really super cold right now. It looks like maybe it's a bridge.
Hmm. It looks like it's a bridge.
Yeah, looks like a bridge up ahead.
Where in the hell did I get myself lost to? I want to go check this bridge out.
Alright. So you kind of limp over further to it, and you see a little shack next to the bridge here. It's definitely a bridge. You see a guardsman there with a torchlight. Are you going to let yourself be seen, or are you trying to stay out of sight?
A guardsman?
Yeah.
That's peculiar. I'll stay hidden for a little bit. This isn't the camp. This is just some place, some house out in the middle of nowhere with a guard.
That's what it looks like. Looks like a guardsman.
Yeah, I'm
guarding a
gonna
bridge.
watch.
You see a road. It looks like it follows along
Oh.
the river bank on your side there.
Oh. That's the bridge I came across, isn't it?
You think about it, and yeah, you think it is.
Alright. I'm gonna go back. Oh, man. Alright. I'm gonna follow the road.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to follow the road back to the camp.
Alright, so you turn around and start following the road back the way you swam down towards camp. And you feel your leg is getting real wet. You're getting really cold.
Yeah.
You're starting to really shiver and shake real bad at this point. I'll say
I'm gonna die.
you're probably at least 2 levels of exhaustion now.
I'm gonna veer off of the road, I guess, off to the right of the path, and just crash out.
Alright. Damn, I'm trying to look on this DM screen, and oh, there it is. So exhaustion
That
has
didn't work out.
6 levels. Okay, so right now you have disadvantage, and your speed is halved. Alright, so you exit off of the road, and you just crash out in some bushes there along the road. Alright. I'm going to have you roll the d6. Roll a d6. Let's see if you get a 6 or not for a wandering monster. Oh,
2.
lucky you. Alright, so you crash out, and you wake up sometime later, and
Okay.
along the road, the sun's well above you. You hear some commotion from like a wagon or something coming down the road.
Alright, I'll approach the road.
Alright. You exit out of the bushes there and look out, and you see, looks like a farmer carrying a couple pigs on the back of a wagon into town. And he kind of nods
Alright.
to you.
I just wave back.
And
He's going towards town.
yeah, back into town.
Alright. Useless to me. He's useless to me. I'm gonna continue down the road, all beat up.
Alright. So, after probably about at least another hour or so limping along, you finally enter into town, and Baron and Garen over there are stripping some limbs from some logs like a pro now, and they look over at you. Boss! Man, we thought something carried you off in the middle of the night and killed you. What happened, boss? Oh, see.
I tell him something very nearly killed me and carried me off during the night.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I encountered some beasts in the forest when I went to take a leak.
Dang, man, it's pretty dangerous out here, boss. I don't know if we like it out here.
Me either. I want to finish what I'm here for and get out of here. There's got to be a better way to do this.
Yeah, boss. There has to be. So what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go to work.
Alright, so you go grab an axe.
I'm gonna keep an eye out
Alright, you see
for my prey.
Those prey, they're nowhere around. After talking with your lackeys for a little while, they went with a bunch of the loggers into the woods to fell some more trees and haul them in for you guys to strip.
Oh, okay.
And with that,
So they're out there.
unfortunately, we're gonna have to stop because I gotta go cook dinner.
All right, Keith.
If you want,
Thanks.
if you're gonna be around later this evening after I get back, we can pick up if you want.
All right. Send me a message. I should be around. I'm
Okay.
sure I won't be doing anything.
Alright, we'll do.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alright, see you later.
All right. Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
And there we go. Pick this up later.